Okay, we're going to attempt a couple of chess games, and I'm probably going to lose badly because I have not been playing well recently at all. So, here goes nothing. Okay, here goes nothing. Click and play. Alright, I'm black. Hopefully I can get the Stafford Gambit, because that's an opening I've been learning recently. So basically, I'm giving him this pawn for free. Hopefully he takes it. Hopefully. Yes, he took it. Alright, we're going into it. Cross our fingers. Hopefully we get the Gambit. He's supposed to take this too. Then I take it with this pawn. And then that's the Gambit. The computer hates it. So we get the Stafford Gambit. Now the reason why I kind of like this opening is it's very trappy. And I've been kind of learning the different traps. So we really don't care about this. We're just trying to get this guy out here, which laser beams that pawn. This bishop protects the knight that's going to go here. It's just a very trappy opening, and we're just going to hope for the best here. Alright, now if I remember right, I'm supposed to just go here, doubles up on this pawn, so he's going to castle, and I'll bring my queen here, and the checkmate at that point is almost unstoppable. So we're going to cross our fingers that this works. Because there's all kinds of things that can go wrong if you do this wrong. So I'm hoping to do this correctly and hopefully win this game. Yep. So we castled into it. And now we have two threats. We have a checkmate threat here. And then we have this threat here where we're tripled up on this pawn. And all white has is his king and his castle. There's really nothing white can do, right? So he's going to go for a check. I don't think I necessarily need to take him. I think I can just sidestep. Pretty sure I can just sidestep and there's no actual threat here. I took a course, like an online course, that taught me how to play this opening. And so this is kind of in the course, but I don't fully remember what I'm supposed to do when white does that move out of desperation. Because what he wanted me to do was for me to take him, and then he brings his queen down to check me. That's what he wanted to do. So we're hoping to get an early victory here. Really the only thing he can do to stave off checkmate is to push this pawn here, then I take with my knight there. And typically he won't take. What he'll try to do is he'll bring his queen up to try to defend, but then you take this pawn that's right here with your knight, and it's just going to be checkmate. It's just, you're going to win. I'm going to win, yeah. I'm really curious of what my opponent's going to do because I am not that great at chess, so I can mess up the Stafford Gambit even though it's a very effective opening if you do it correctly. Because it's a very bad opening in the sense that white can outplay black. 100% white can outplay black here, but white has to play very sharp. In other words, very accurately. Because if they don't play accurately, what ends up happening is, alright, now I have to decide which one do I take it with. Anyways, what ends up happening is that it's a very trappy opening, right? So if you don't play accurately, you're just going to get outplayed. I actually think what I want to do here is I want to take with my queen, and then I can take this guy with my queen as well. And then I can just move my king out and get my rook into play. I'm not going to go for that quick win. I'm just going to go check, and then there, right? And look at material-wise. I'm +4 now, even though I gave away a free pawn at the beginning of the game. I'm +4 now. That's really how effective this opening is. I don't think I want to leave this guy here. I kind of want to reroute the bishop. I feel like that's what I need to do. I can reroute the bishop and then push pawns to defend. White's not dead. You gotta remember here, white is not dead. I need to play quickly and get my pieces in the game here. Because I have a developmental advantage, right? Because all of his pieces are in the back rank. I got some pieces that are active. So I need to activate some pieces, you know, so that way I can get into this game and win. You know, I just realized the thing I can do here, I could sacrifice here. Don't know if I really want to do that. I think I want to go from here and get my, go here and get my light square bishop there, because that pins that pawn. We're going to go for that. Because that pins that pawn, and then I can, Alright, I'm going to put my king here, and then we're going to get these guys here. Question is, which one do I do first? I don't know. This is kind of interesting. I don't really know what the right move is. As I said, I'm not that great at chess. I'm a very quick player, and I make mistakes. Alright, so I see what he's going to do. He's going to swing this rook here and pressure my queen. But I can get an advantage by doing that and maybe gain more material. I mean, he might take there, but who cares, right? So we're going to go here, and if he move his rooks over, we're just going to take the rook. I'm excited. This guy went right into the gambit, so I'm really excited that this kind of worked. I got to play the opening that I wanted to play. You don't always get to do that, so I'm really happy that I get the opportunity. Opportunity to at least try. At least try it. I still need to get my other rook into play. I have to be careful boxing in my king like this, because it's quite dangerous. Just like that. It's quite dangerous. So if I go here, I think he's just going to take the pawn if I do that. So I think I just let him have this pawn. See, he's playing really quick, because he's going to make a mistake here, right? And I'm going to show you what the mistake here is in just a second. It's a mistake. Because he's probably just going to take the free pawn. Then I push this pawn, and that forks his pieces. Just kind of the way he's playing right now, I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to get all trade happy and get all greedy and take pieces. Probably. I mean, he can force a draw. He can take this guy. And I'll go here. Oh, I don't think he can force a draw, because if he goes here again, I just go here. It's really not as bad as it looks. It's really not, because I'm still winning this. At least so far, I'm still winning this. I shouldn't get cocky. As you can see, my rating is not even a 1200. I was a 1350 for a short while, and then I just fell off a cliff and lost a lot of games. I'm trying to get more disciplined, and because I usually play very quickly and very chaotically. I don't, to be perfectly honest, I don't play very well. I make a lot of mistakes, so I'm hoping to start fixing that, start getting a little more dedicated and playing a little bit better. I get very careless after a while and start making some rather elementary mistakes that shouldn't be made. So my opponent just blundered here. So he took that pawn, but as you can see, I am well positioned to just take his knight. So that is 100% a blunder. If he goes for here, I just go here. If he goes here, it's not a threat because I'm still got more than enough defense on it. So my opponent definitely blundered there. As a matter of fact, I'm considering sacking another piece. Because basically he has to move this queen out of the way, right? He has to move the queen out of the way. So he'll probably move it here for a check, and I'll move here, and he'll probably go here. And then what I can do is I can sacrifice my bishop. He moves here, and then that gives me his rook. And yeah. And I actually think we're going to play right into that idea. And at which point he's going to lose a rook, and it's only going to cost me... He's actually going to lose a rook and a pawn, and it's only going to cost me a bishop. And at that point, it's going to be pretty decisive because his king's only defense is this pawn right now. And that'll eliminate the pawn, and then these guys are able to strike and probably pretty shortly after win the game for me. I just think that's a logical next move for him, is to bring this rook into play. He's going there instead. But do you know what? Even with this rook not here, this is still a pretty sound move. Because this guy is not pinned, this guy is not pinned, so they both have the ability to strike outward, and it should be a winning position. Now the question is it better to go with this guy or this guy? I mean, that's a good question. I think I have to be careful not to move it here or here. To be honest, I don't think it really matters that much. Because if he goes here, I'll just go here. And then that's a checkmate net. That's just going to get checkmated. I should be able to just check this out and win at the end. So I just have to be careful not to move to any of these squares. Yeah, no. I should be fine. Yeah, this is... This is going to be quite disastrous here pretty quick. Let me think. I want to make sure I do this right. I think I have to bring this guy into play. So I think I just have to move him here. I think I just have to do that, and I think it's unstoppable. I don't think there's any way he can escape the checkmate here at this point. Because he can't check me with anything. There's nothing if he does that, that's game over. There's nothing he can do. So it's checkmate is unstoppable. I just played the Stafford Gambit and won a game. I like the Stafford Gambit. It's a very aggressive opening. It's a very gambit-y opening, very trappy opening. So you have to give away material to gain a certain advantage, and that advantage is your ability to develop your pieces in a very quick fashion. You saw how quickly my pieces came out, and my opponent still had all of his pieces on the back rank. Now, it is a bad opening. As I said, if you ever look it up, the Stafford Gambit is definitely a weak opening. You're, it really is. It's if you know what you're doing, if you're playing white and you know what you're doing, you can play right into it, and you should be able to win, like almost guaranteed win. But at my level, as you can see, this is a pretty low level that we are right now. You know, there's not at our level. There's not a whole lot we can do. We're not good enough to withstand an opening like this. So I have several different things that I can do here. I can just take. And I know it looks like, hey, you're giving this up, but that just brings this other rook into play. I could try to check around him. I don't really know if I really want to do that, to be honest. So I'm just gonna... No, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna take it. I'm up so much material, I don't think it really matters. Yeah. So now I'm gonna check him. And it'll be oh, you know what I just realized? I didn't even plan that, but there's actually a discovery on his queen. So that doesn't hang my queen, that hangs his queen. But I don't need to do that because I'm gonna do this, and then my next move is gonna be checkmate because he's forced to move there. It's his only move, and then my queen is gonna go. I can even pre-move it. My queen is gonna go there. So he's right now. He's looking for something that he can do. There's nothing he can do. Oh, what a great opening. I really like the Stafford Gambit. And I pre-moved. Checkmate. I'm going to make this white screen here. Oh, am I not able to do a game review on it? I think this is the right game. I tried to get into a game review and I don't know if I did it right. I did. So according to the computer, I played with a 78% accuracy. My opponent played with a 66% accuracy. And basically what this is, it compares your moves to the top engine moves, so a computer. And then, so I played with a 78% accuracy compared to a computer. And obviously, that's not really accurate. You never should go off of that. This is just kind of a very inaccurate gauge to determine how well you did, because different engines are going to grade you differently. Different computers are, and the chess.com engine isn't really the greatest. It says I have a miss win. I'm actually really curious at what point was my miss win. That was my miss win. Okay, I don't really understand. Basically, a miss win is when you missed an opportunity to really gain an advantage. I guess I don't. So I thought I should have moved my bishop to here at that point. You know, I don't know. What was the great move? That was. So when you learn a chess opening, one of the main things you need to learn are ideas. You don't necessarily have all the moves memorized. You don't have to have them all memorized. No. You know, I know grandmasters, they'll memorize all the different variations and the different things you have to do in order to win a game, right? At a lower level, like my level, you just have to memorize the main ideas. And the main idea is when you have this guy and this guy on that pawn, and your king and the white's king is not castled, right? That's gonna force white's king to castle. And when they castle, you just bring your queen out. And that's just an idea. And you don't have to play the variation exactly the way it should. You can throw in random moves, but so long as you get this scenario, you know that you can just bring your queen out. It's just an idea. And so long as you kind of attempt to make the idea work, it should. right? That alone will give you huge advantages. You don't have to play like a grandmaster. As you saw, my accuracy was only 78%. You know, that's not grandmaster level, not by any means. Grandmasters play well into the 90s. They're gonna play at like 95%, 99%, whatever. You know, they're gonna play near perfect chess, which is far beyond anything I could possibly do. I'm not capable of doing that. But just look at that. I just remembered that there's an idea here, and I attempted to make that idea work, and guess what? It won me a game. It won me a chess game. Just memorizing an idea. And these ideas aren't hidden from you. You legitimately can just Google an opening, and the ideas are right there on a million different web pages. You just look it up, you know? And I like the fact that I can look that up and at least play at a decent level in a decent way. When I'm not that good at chess, I suck at chess. I really do, you know? But it's enjoyable to have this work out. You know, I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit competitive. I do have kind of a competitive mindset. And so that's probably why I get so much enjoyment out of stuff like this. It's just enjoyable. I don't know what else to say to that. It's enjoyable when you win, and it's frustrating when you lose. But it's fun either way. I don't know. I enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to play another game for this video. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Hope you guys have a great day. And I hope this kind of shows a different opening that you can do for chess. The Stafford Gambit. And it worked. My goodness.